Morning, guys, and welcome to the Cam Financial Stock Market YouTube update and podcast. So today's show is going to cover what happened on Friday, July 8th, and then we'll do a little preview if we have the time as far as what to expect. I'm going to take a look at the pre-market reports and see what's going on today as well on July 11th. So let's start with Friday first. So if you watched the video from Friday, you would have seen I made the comment to watch the jobs report. If the jobs report was big, we could expect a pretty big day out of the market as a whole. And the jobs report did not disappoint. It was higher. I think more. I think there's more hires than anybody really expected. And like I said, so the market followed suit and took off. The S&P 500 up 1.5%. The Nasdaq 1.6%. And the Dow 1.4 on Friday. So big day in the market as a whole. So let's take a look now at the S&P 500 and see who did real well. I'm looking at the heat map here. Can't really. I was going to say, well, let's take a look and we'll kind of look at sectors, but looking at the heat map, it looks like pretty much every industry had a fair amount of green in it. So to try that's going to be a little daunting to try to figure out what's going on in each spot. So let's go here. Okay, so out of the S&P 500, there were 7 stocks that were down on Friday. So it was a complete market-wide pop on the jobs report. Obviously, what that's telling us, or what the jobs report tells you, so it tells me that things aren't as bad as what a lot of us were thinking. It looks like the Fed may be more right than a lot of us actually thought, and there may be, well, obviously not, I wouldn't think this month, but there may be a rate increase still coming before the end of the year. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Now, so let's look at the stocks that were down. So the stocks that were down, Humana was down, obviously still dropping from the Department of Justice saying they did not like the Humana Aetna combination, or Humana Anthem combination. Vertex Pharmaceuticals was down, Starbucks was down, Noble Energy, Under Armour, Darden Restaurants, and Constellation Brands was down 0.01%. So I mean, it's really, most of these weren't really down, but they were just down a little bit. It is interesting to me, and I want to take a look real quick and see if I can see anything. We'll see what came out on Friday on Starbucks. So I don't see anything Friday that that kind of gives me pause or anything, but no, everything that I see on Friday is kind of positive. So unless there was no downgrades or anything that happened, so Be interesting. I'll take a look at Starbucks, see why it was down a little more, because with the dividend they pay, and obviously they're just historically strong, may not be a bad company to pick up, when it moves opposite of the market. So let's see who performed the best. The top 5 in the S&P 500 were all up 5% or more, and that was CBRE Group, property management firm, CF Industries, an agricultural chemical firm, Fortive Corporation, scientific and technical instruments company, Alcoa, and Viacom. Alcoa is interesting. So I mean, it's rallied just in the last 3 days. It's rallied about 10%. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the 3 days combined. Let's take a look and see what's driving their increase. What's driving the stock? Because I mean, we're talking 10% in 3 days. That's a pretty significant move on a long-term S&P 500 company. I believe it probably. I don't see anything specifically in here, but I'm taking a look through the reports, the notes. There's some what could possibly be pretty good news for the company. Alcoa inaugurates a 3D printing metal powder facility, so that can be interesting. 3D printer for Alcoa. Obviously, the big time steel firm. That could definitely be a game changer for them to be able to just put something in there and have it automatically come out to the exact specifications that that they're requested to make. So that'll be interesting. I'll have to take a look at that. Their earnings comes out today, so today starts earnings season. We get to see, is this going to be another round of year-over-year declines in the earnings of these companies? So if we got another year-over-year declines just like this, it could be problems for sure. But I don't know, the way the jobs report came out, it kind of tells me that the stock market has kind of got things right this time. That they kind of are on the right page as far as where they're expecting the markets to go. So now let's pop over to the Dow real quick. So we got 30 stocks in the Dow. Every one of them was up on Friday. The 5 worst performers, I guess, is Johnson & Johnson, McDonald's, United Health Group, Walmart, and Travelers. But like I said, every one of those was up either between 0.25% to 0.5%. And who performed the best? We got Caterpillar, DuPont, American Express, Visa, and Home Depot. And those were up between 2.4% and 3.1%. The jobs report is big for at least 2 of those companies for sure. Caterpillar and Home Depot. When jobs are strong, there's more likelihood that people are going to be purchasing large equipment for construction. And obviously Home Depot being a home improvement, home construction store where you can go pick up lumber, etc. Not really a big surprise as well that when the jobs report is strong, that they would benefit as well. Now, one other stock, I just want to go into this real quick. because it has become such a craze this weekend. Well, since Thursday, it's been crazy, and that is the Pokemon Go app for your phones. Pretty much, we figured out that 90s children and now the next generation of children, children that are 13, really anywhere from, probably 7, 8 years old up to, people 25 to 30 years old are, now they're being reintroduced back to the Pokemon that were out in the early 90s, late 80s. And yeah, I think that this is going to be, it could be quite a game changer for Nintendo stock. It popped 11% on Friday on the news of the game, but it may be a stock to take a look at further for your portfolio to see. It does not pay much of a dividend, but if things work out and they start selling stuff inside of the app, right, because the app's free, but if they sell stuff inside of the app, they could definitely be a game changer and kind of put Nintendo back on the map. Since it's been a PlayStation and Sega game, or PlayStation and Microsoft, the Xbox, in the video gaming world for quite some time. Be interesting to see if this puts Nintendo back in there, if they can kind of rally off of this and maybe come out with a new top level game system that people will be interested in buying again. So I would keep an eye on that. I think it's going to be interesting. The Pokemon Go app is, I think it's going to be a pretty big deal for quite a while. So that's it, guys. Hope you had a good weekend, and get ready for Monday morning here, and take care.